What is going on, crypto fiends? Thank you as always for tuning in. Today's video is sponsored by ClinTex, a scalable blockchain platform built for clinical trials. We will be discussing more on this later on in the video. So this week has been pretty hectic in the crypto space. The market appears to be very hesitant, with most altcoins in the red this week and Bitcoin just barely breaking $12,000, but of course remaining hesitant as always. In other news, and perhaps the most important this week, U.S. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said on Monday that the U.S. government is looking into a potential digital currency, but went on to say, "We do think it's more important to get it right than to be first, and getting it right means that we not only look at the potential benefits of a CBDC, also known as a central bank digital currency, but also the potential risks, and also recognize the important trade-offs that have to be thought through carefully." He then went on to say one set of experiments are being carried out at the Board of Governors here in Washington, D.C. Complementary efforts are now underway, for example through Federal Reserve Bank of Boston, which in collaboration with researchers at MIT, who are developing a hypothetical central bank digital currency. As we know, China, which has been ahead of other major economies in experimenting with a digital currency, has publicly said it aims to become the first to issue a digital currency to reduce its dependence on global dollar payment systems. In efforts to catch up with China and private projects such as Facebook's Libra, 7 major central banks last week laid out key principles for issuing central bank digital currencies. I don't know about you guys, but in my opinion, it's just a matter of time and trial and error before digital currencies, also known as cryptocurrencies, become the norm and traditional finance fades away. Furthermore, OKX, one of the industry's largest crypto fiat exchanges, suspended all cryptocurrency withdrawals nearly 5 days ago, saying one of the exchange's key holders has been out of touch with the exchange because he is currently cooperating with a public security bureau in investigations. Coming hard on the heels of BitMEX's indictment from a couple of weeks ago, this surely will focus the market's attention on the security of the withdrawal protocols of large exchanges. This also highlights the irony that an industry born with a decentralized ethos is dominated by centralized businesses and centralized vulnerabilities. Despite all the opportunities this negative news has had to turn the tides of the market, Bitcoin has continued to push through, and even decoupling from stocks occasionally. Although the same cannot be said about altcoins, unfortunately, this does have me wondering if there is a larger move upon us in the next week or two. With the US election only 13 days away, the disconnect of altcoins from Bitcoin, and a negative divergence on the 4-hour and 1-hour MACD for Bitcoin, this is a sign of weakness in the current rally. I would love to know your thoughts on the market and what direction you think we are heading in the next 2 weeks. Now, having a single source of truth for clinical trials and the pharma ecosystem, which is designed for wide adoption by the stakeholders of the ecosystem, was non-existent in the current medical ecosystem, but with the utilization of blockchain technology, it's not only justified but critical, as clinical trials have been calling for the use of decentralized ledger technology since 2016. That's where ClinTex comes in and solves all of these issues. With some major players exploring and developing blockchain solutions for clinical trials like IBM, Pfizer, Bayer, GSK, and more, ClinTex will be the first to deliver and integrate with all of these clinical data sources. ClinTex is also a clinical trials platform being launched at a time in history when the entire world is focused on clinical trials due to the search for a COVID-19 vaccine. With a mind-boggling 351,775 clinical trials going on as we speak. Looking at the utility and deflating supply of the CTI token, which backs the ClinTex platform, that's when things really begin to shine. The CTI token acts as a micro license. CTI is a business-to-business platform, and there is a centralized company behind it, ClinTex. They are actively marketing this to pharma. For any company or person involved in clinical trials to access the platform and use it, they need to purchase a full license for access. These token purchases for an access license come from the circulating supply and then are locked up for the duration of the license for a minimum of 12 months. This effectively removes a large portion of CTI tokens from the circulating supply for a year minimum, effectively increasing demand and valuation for CTI tokens. The presale tier 1 for CTI tokens has sold out, and presale tier 2 has just recently begun on October 19th. The participants in this round get a 40% discount on the main token sale. ClinTex's overall mission is to use blockchain to bring medicine for infectious diseases to the market faster and more cost effectively than current industry standards. If you'd like to learn more about ClinTex and how you can participate in changing how we use new medicine faster, safer, and smarter, feel free to check out the links in the description. If you made it this far and found this video informative, feel free to give it a thumbs up and maybe even hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Thank you as always for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next.